So if you folks choose to settle this after we're done, that's fine, but let's use our time that we have for the trial. And so I'm looking right now at the to all concerned communication.
Yeah, the second page.
Yes.
Where Mr. Samples sent me a letter back, and he informed me that he did not see any imminent problem in this apartment for the electricity.
Okay. And so the date on that was May 28th.
Yeah. So.
And so, Mr. Akbar, I'm sorry that our scheduling is such. We probably needed at least 2 hours for this hearing. Do you want to identify the remaining exhibits and submit them? And then I have Ms. Eng's packet here. By the time we come back to conclude this hearing, you could appear by telephone. I'll have already reviewed the exhibits, and then I'll receive the rest of your testimony, and then I'll give Ms. Eng a chance to then respond to the claim and the counterclaim.
Okay, so
does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, ma'am, can I send the exhibit over email? I want to make sure that the exhibit that I have, I want to give you the copy. Okay. Because if I give it to you now, I don't.
All right. And so what we would do is if you send any exhibits to me by email, you also need to send them to Ms. Eng so that she has a chance to see what they are.
We have a previous arrangement that he sends all information to me to a lawyer in Los Angeles due to the harassing nature of some of his emails.
And so
I would prefer he mail them to my attorney.
That attorney this is a small court claim,
Maybe
all right.
To my PO box?
Let me just say that there is a P.O. box here. If you send anything to me, if you would provide a paper copy to Ms. Eng as well. Can you do that?
Sure. I can send it.
Okay. And so I'm thinking we'll probably need at least another hour. And so
we have one hearing from 9 to 10 on October 31st. And then the rest of the days.
October 31st, 10 o'clock? No. Could we try 10 o'clock on October 31st?
Ma'am, sorry, I have no problem, but the question is that I don't think 1 hour should be sufficient because the way that she...
We'll have till noon. We'll have till noon.
How many
That's 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah, and I think that should be plenty. And so what I'll do is this. I will ask Mr. Akbar that you provide your exhibits to the court and to Ms. Eng by, we'll say, October 25th, next Friday, should give you plenty of time. And then Ms. Eng, just to help me prepare so we can make the use of our time, any additional exhibits that you wish to submit before our hearing on the 31st, if you could get them to me by maybe October 29th, a Tuesday, so I'll have a chance to review them and be ready for our hearing on October 31st. That's a Thursday, 10 o'clock. And then, Mr. Akbar, to call into the court, I'll give you the phone number. It's the 503 325 8555, extension 0, and then ask to be transferred to courtroom 200. And so in the meantime, I'll look at the exhibits that have already been submitted. We'll receive Mr. Akbar's exhibits on October 25th. And then Ms. Eng, if you would submit anything just to help me prepare for our hearing on the 29th. Then I'll have Ms. Eng in person. And then Mr. Akbar, you can be here in person if you'd like, but otherwise we'll expect you by telephone, calling in. And then, as far as submitting his exhibits by email, is there an
There is a small claims.
email? Can we give him that?
Yeah.
We'll give you the email to send the exhibits, so stand by for that. We write it down for him.
Could I ask a question?
Go ahead.
If I have additional evidences to be submitted electronically, which a lot of the information is digital, could I also submit
Yes.
that way? And would I copy in his email, his work? I mean, not.
Do you have his email?
I have.
Okay.
Like his
And so I
SPO.
think that would probably be the most
So that
efficient.
would be the way.
Yes.
And then also with the, they're basically JPEGs in a photo gallery of the texts of previous foreknowledge of the problems with the property. Should I try to go to Rite Aid and have that printed out?
I'm not going to
The
be.
printer?
I'm not going to be able to go through the phone
Print them
and
out.
look
Yeah.
at things. So if you
I
want,
print them out, that's the way to get them
right?
submitted.
But maybe what you have on the phone is something that's already being submitted in.
He should have a copy in the Google Drive.
So, and so, yeah, I would urge you to submit them.
So I can also send her by email a copy of the exhibits.
It would be convenient, Ms. Ang, if you.
Could you send them to kfink@finklawfirm.com that you've been communicating with him?
It's
It just
it's
provides
between
me
you and me.
for my.
I know you as my.
Well, here's the option. You can email to the email address she's providing, or you can send hard copies to her P.O. box.
Okay. So
Okay.
send you send me the email address then. I will email you and you send me the email address, and I will send that email. Mr. Man, is it okay? You provide me the email address, and that's the email that I'm going to send it to you.
Let's provide the email address to both, Tina. And so the,
Can I get my original back?
pardon me?
Can I get my original back?
Sure. So you don't want me to keep any of these at this time?
Because I'm going to send you either way.
All right. And so I'll give those back.
Because I have highlighted those.
Okay. We're going to give you each a business card that has the court email address on it. And then it sounds like Mr. Akbar is going to email you, Ms. Ang, and then, or you're going to email him and then provide him with the email address you prefer to use. We'll see you both back on the 31st in person or by phone at 10 o'clock, and we'll resume this hearing. It would be helpful for me to have as much time as possible to review the materials that you're sending, because it's obviously going to take some time to go through it. So I appreciate your help in that regard.
Would you be able to give your email address here? Can you write it down here?
I just want to be sure. I believe it's kfink@finklawfirm.com, but I want to be sure I double check that. It's the email you've been emailing when you get into it with Keith. I have one more question, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Oh, did you want, to me, it's extraneous because it's a separate case, but do you want the history of the retaliatory evictions? The lawsuit that I filed, the small claims, was a direct rebuttal of his attempt to illegally ouster me for making the safety complaint.
And so I think
You can have access to those.
I have access to those materials, and I don't think going into it beyond what you've done already. I mean, I understand.
Okay. Okay, so then I will refrain from trying to submit those.
I think so.
So, is she going to discuss this again, the whole story?
No, I don't. I don't think so. And so we'll go ahead and conclude. We'll give you a chance to clear your materials. We'll take a short break until we get to our next hearing. All right, thanks everybody.
All right.